What is going on, everyone? We're back with another supermarket video. This time we are in Barranquilla, Colombia, and I'm going to take you guys through some of the biggest supermarkets or grocery stores here in Colombia, give you my best tips on what are the healthy foods that you can eat when you're in Colombia, when you're visiting Barranquilla, when you're visiting Cartagena, when you're visiting Santa Marta, or any of these northern Colombian grocery areas. These are the grocery stores that you're going to find the best food at. And no, I'm not going to go through local markets. When I did my Peru video, a lot of people said, show the local markets. Just carrying around my cell phone and my camera and all my devices in those local markets, I don't feel secure doing it. So I'm going to show you what you guys are most likely to be going to, which is going to be these big grocery stores, because they're just so convenient and they have almost everything that you're going to need. So we're going to start in the produce section with fruits and vegetables. Now, admittedly, the selection of fruits and vegetables here in northern Colombia is not as good as Argentina, Peru, and definitely not as good as the north. The selection is quite limited, and freshness really depends on the store. Some of them are well maintained, some of them are not. So it's one of my biggest qualms here with northern Colombia, with a city like Barranquilla, because they're really not, the selection is smaller and sometimes they're not as fresh. But there's three things that you absolutely have to get in terms of fruit when you come to Barranquilla, Cartagena, or Santa Marta. Let me show you.
And this was the moment I noticed the manager of the grocery store coming towards us, waving his hand at his throat like, cut this shit off. Yeah, that was when we learned how strictly they take recording in public here in Barranquilla. And to be honest, it kind of set the tone for the day. Now, the first of the trifecta is Mango Tommy. This is not your average everyday mango. This is the best mango we have ever eaten, and we buy it multiple times per week. You have to buy it. And second of the trifecta is the green avocado. These things, when they are ripe, are like cutting into butter. And last of the trifecta is golden pineapples. I don't know what they put in these pineapples here in Colombia. They are the best. You want to get one that's yellow with green ribbing between each one of the little parts. Now, 90% of the foods in this section in Colombia are complete bullshit. Way overpriced, not very good quality. Avoid most of this. Now, oat flour is something you absolutely have to buy when you're in Colombia. It is so cheap, like 50 cents. Like, buy the stuff. You can make goods like healthy pancakes, healthy baked goods out of it. An awesome option. Of course, whole grain oats as well are cheap here as well. Now, these refried black beans, high fiber, high protein, super tasty, and only about $2. Definitely worth it.
All right, guys, unfortunately, I got shut down pretty quick there in Olympica. They have a company policy where you're not allowed to record within the store. And that is a thing that I've kind of found here in Colombia a lot. They do not like cameras and phones out at all. But Olympica, just to kind of give you the notes on Olympica, it's for all your basics. Olympica is great for milk, eggs, sauces, rice, potatoes, fruits, vegetables, anything that's really basic, because I'm not going to lie to you, they only have basics. So if you're looking for basics, Olympica is probably going to be your best bet, and it's sort of like that entry-level grocery store. There are cheaper options, and there are definitely more expensive options with more imported stuff. And the biggest thing I want to tell you here about northern Colombia is the imported stuff will cost you. The imported foods are more expensive here in northern Colombia in relation to the north than, let's say, Peru, Dominican Republic, Argentina, pretty much any of the other places that I've been with imported goods. They're more expensive here in Colombia for some reason. I don't know why. But so in other words, if you're looking for something imported, you're going to pay more for it. If it's a brand, you're going to pay more for it. If it's a specific product, it probably doesn't exist here. I'm sorry, guys.
So here are all the supermarkets in Barranquilla. You guys can pause the screen and take a look at this if you want to. Oh yeah, by the way, Éxito shut me down as well. Not surprising.
All right, the next one is called De Uno, or D1 in English. And De Uno is a discount grocery store. It's probably the lowest discount grocery store in terms of, like, you're gonna get the best deals here, but the selection is really limited. So you have to go here for specific things that you find that you like, specifically in De Uno. And yes, they told us that we can't record in there either. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some B-roll of some of my favorite products in De Uno. favorite healthy food products, favorite products in De Uno that you absolutely have to get if you come to Barranquilla, Santa Marta, or anywhere on the northern coast of Colombia. So let me show you.
Now, this is not the bread I wanted to show you guys because ours is out of stock, but it is the same brand. Now, the type we normally get is a whole grain bread or integral, or in gringo speak, integral. This coffee, oh my God, guys. I almost feel like it's a crime to show you guys. I want to keep it a secret, but for this price, they just jumped it up 2,000,000 pesos, but this coffee is freaking delicious. You can make cold brew out of it, iced coffee. This also is a new brand they have at De Uno. It's also very good, but not quite as good. And if you like milk in your coffee, this is the best one to go. It's lactose free. And Almeides is showing my favorite oat milk on the left there. Avena is oat. Now you also can get a completely fat-free version, and this is a great one as well if you like a lower calorie option. Now this is a brand new freaking product, and I was so pumped about it when it came out. It is an avocado oil because they didn't have avocado oil, and I love it. Finally, they got it. It's made local in Colombia. Ridiculously good price. And these frozen chicken breasts are a good buy for 15,000,000 pesos. Sometimes they're skinless, sometimes they're not, but they're great to chuck in the freezer. Barranquilla does not have good frozen veggie options. These are the best ones we found in all of the grocery stores. The broccoli, I'm not going to lie, I'm showing it, but it's not as good. But the 3 mix is great. This vanilla extract, guys, is the best tasting vanilla extract I've ever tried. It tastes amazing. Tastes like vanilla ice cream. Put it in your healthy protein pancakes, put it in your shakes, whatever. This is the only reduced fat cheese we found in Barranquilla at the time of filming this video. Obviously, it's mozzarella. You can buy it in slices and whole block, but the whole block sells out and then it never comes back. So yeah, if you find it, stock up. If you guys are smoothie lovers or you like to defrost fruit for Greek yogurt, these are the best combinations we've found. Mango, pineapple, banana, banana, strawberry, mango. They're delicious. What can I say? This is a good lesson for you guys. Grocery stores in Barranquilla are rarely organized. Just move this box out of the way. Boom. There's the oil that I was looking for. This is the best price and great product on olive oil in Barranquilla. You should buy it at Ara. It's worth it. I mean, look at the price. 18,000 pesos. Americans divide that by 4. Canadians divide that by 3. And for my tortilla lovers, these are the best 3 I found. Whole grain, small white, and large white, and they also are the best price, all at Ara. So it's pretty convenient. Yeah, so go to Ara for your tortillas. I mean, look at these prices. Drop the last 0 and then divide by 4 for Americans, divide by 3 for Canadians.
All right, guys, we're gonna take you into Carulla right now, and Carulla is like basically like a more fancy grocery store. It's more high-end grocery store. You have more imported items, more like a much more elaborate deli with different meats and cheeses and stuff like that. Ready-made products, a much better butcher shop. FYI, don't buy the meat in Olympica. I'm gonna say that again, I'm gonna say that again. It's just really bad quality. I don't believe their sanitation standards are high enough. I recommend going to a local butcher shop, or Carulla in a pinch is good. They have higher quality meats, and you'll find you'll find cuts of meat that you can't get in Olympica or other grocery stores. On that note, I'm gonna sneak you in there because we're not even allowed to be recording in the mall right now, but we found like an extra floor with, you know, a little bit of space so they can't shut us down too quickly. But they have a ton of security in these malls and grocery stores. It is ridiculous. Anyway, on that note, Carulla is where you go for the higher end stuff. We only buy a couple items here, and this is something that we've been finding all day today, is the items that I want to show you guys are out of stock. And this is one of the constant problems in Northern Colombia. When you find something you like, when you have a product you like, if it's not something really basic like eggs or white rice, they sell out and then you're waiting for them to come back forever. It is endlessly frustrating. But anyway, so the product we want to record here in Carulla is not in stock right now because I checked the last week straight. and it's our favorite peanut butter. So what I'll do is I'll take a little B-roll of it at home, and then I'll explain why this is our favorite peanut butter here in northern Colombia. Let's get it, Carulla.
Now I'm going to show these not because I use them, but because I know a lot of people look for them. So you have your cocoa flour, you have your almond flour, you have all your gluten-free this and pancake waffle mix, all this kind of stuff. I just thought that I had to show this for you guys. And then the best flavored hot sauce ever, Cholula, it is here. And don't argue with me in the comments unless the argument is Valentina. There is no argument. And then we have my favorite soya sauce, reduced sodium soy sauce from Kikoman. These are the only corn tortillas in all of Barranquilla if you like your Mexican tacos. And if you're a chocolate fiend, by far, Carulla is going to be your store. They have the largest selection of chocolate, hands down. Now, Carulla has my favorite selection of frozen fish. They just have more options, higher quality options than Olympica. Yeah, this is where you want to get your fish if you like your seafood. They also have the broadest selection of coffee and have whole bean coffee, which shockingly is very rare in Barranquilla and on the coast. Now, this brand right here, Matiz or Matis, is our favorite. They make great coffee for relatively good prices. And this brand here I've also bought before, Dorigen. I don't know. It is tasty, and I couldn't finish this without showing you, of course, rotisserie chickens. They exist everywhere. They're worth it.
I would not be doing a Colombia grocery store, supermarket tour video justice without mentioning Carnecol butcher shop. It's called Carnecol. It is an elite butcher shop. We buy 98% of our meats from Carnecol, and this is our fish and poultry haul. We already have our red meat, our pork and our beef. Their ground beef and their pork loin are insanely good. But here we have tilapia, red tilapia, 2 whole tilapia. They call them here mojarra. So if you're ever at a restaurant and they have mojarra frita or mojarra roja, that's what this is right here. So this is a white fish, it's tilapia, it's super easy to eat, and they serve it whole here, even with the eyeball in it. Then we have shrimp, and then we have boneless, skinless chicken breast, and this is my favorite way to eat it. You can't really tell in here, but it's called relajado. And what they do is they take the chicken breast, instead of just giving them to you whole, they slice it like an accordion. So if I pick that up, it would stretch right out like an accordion. Look at Princesa over there. Princesa, ¿cómo vas? Sí, tienes sueño, sí, entiendo. And we have right here is one of my favorite things on this planet, which is ground chicken breast. So the best thing about Carnecol is that we paid the chicken breast price and they just ground half of it for no additional charge. Isn't that insane? That does not happen back in Canada, or it didn't happen in Miami either. This here is not meat, but this is called bollo. And something that's really familiar to the people in the coast of Colombia, the costeños. This is made with white corn flour, salt, and water. And you can eat it like this, but typically what you do is they chop it up into little pieces and you fry it, or you pan fry it, or you sear it, or you grill it, and it looks like a scallop. To people in the north, it would look like a scallop when it's cooking. But so what we do is we saute it. We put a tiny bit of oil in the pan, and then we chop it up like that and go on each side. Absolutely delicious. But this is our haul today, and I wouldn't be doing you guys any service if I didn't mention Carnecol. What Barranquilla and northern Colombia loses with their food selections with produce and like packaged goods, they make up with how good and cheap their meats and proteins are. The meats and proteins here are so top tier if you know where to get them, and the prices are insanely good. It just makes up for the fact that you can't find half the stuff you want from the north. It makes up for that fact. It is that good.
even just trying to record this B-roll, the damn security guard was following me around the store. If it's not a secret, I got frustrated trying to record this video, but this is why I'm going to end this here. Make sure you hit that subscribe, make sure you hit that like, and let YouTube know that I'm a good creator, and I'm going to keep doing these supermarket videos for you guys in different cities and different countries if you keep smashing that like and watching these videos.